This actually makes a more interesting story. Theory number 1. Let's start with Tyrion. He lives. However, his relationship with almost everyone is shattered beyond repair. He would be conflicted between staying in King's Landing to seek revenge or leaving altogether. Anyway, first order of business would be going to a brothel, preferably one not ran by Baelish. Tywin would be conflicted too. Naturally, since Tyrion passed the trial, he should reinstate him to his position. However, having him in the council is pretty risky move too. Another option was sending him back to Casterly Rock, but that too has its own risk. Sending Tyrion to Casterly Rock is as good as making Tyrion the next Lord of Casterly Rock. Plus he can scheme his revenge without anyone scrutinizing him. Hello everyone, if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications bell, so you don't miss any new updates on your favorite TV series. Oberyn, obviously not satisfied with killing the Mountain only. However, he understood that Tyrion owed him a favor. He would catch up with Tyrion in a brothel and remind him that he owed him his life and he should work with him to expose Tywin for the murder of Elia Martell. Plus, he could remind Tyrion that if Tywin managed to get a hold of Shae to make her testify against Tyrion, Tywin may have slept with her too. So, Tyrion would agree to cooperate. So, we will have a serious political game involving Tywin Lannister against the combo of Oberyn Martell and Tyrion Lannister. Theory number 2. House Martell, represented by Oberyn, would have obtained at least partial justice and revenge for the rape and murder of Elia Martell by the Mountain during Robert's rebellion. Under the rules of trial by combat, Tyrion Lannister would have been entitled to an acquittal for his suspected role in the murder of Joffrey Baratheon, a murder in which he played no part. However, Cersei Lannister, who's always feared and hated her brother Tyrion, would most likely have attempted to contest it only to be overruled by Tywin Lannister. Cersei, still stubbornly convinced that Tyrion was somehow complicit in her son's death, would have begun plotting to have him killed as soon as possible. Tyrion Lannister would have still fled King's Landing, recognizing that Cersei will doubtlessly find a way to kill him if she possibly can. Before doing so, he would have still murdered Shae for her testimony against him and most likely also still have murdered his father Tywin for putting him on trial and turning Shae against him, as well as a lifetime of justifiable resentment. Elia Sand would have no longer had a reason to bear a serious grudge against Cersei Lannister, which would mean that she would no longer have had a strong motive for poisoning Myrcella Baratheon, Cersei's daughter. Sansa Stark would still have fled King's Landing, since she could not have afforded to let the opportunity slip past her. Jaime Lannister would still have gifted Brienne of Tarth with armor and sword and sent her off to locate Sansa. At the urging of House Tyrell, Tommen Baratheon would still have married Margaery. Although Tyrion might have initially traveled to Dorne and thrown himself on the mercy of House Martell following his departure from King's Landing, Prince Doran Martell would have rebuffed him since this would have the distinct potential to create problems for him with House Lannister. Tyrion is safer from Cersei's reach outside of Westeros. There are also a couple of things which might have happened but which are far less certain. Since Elia Sand no longer has an incentive to kill Myrcella and thus revenge herself on Cersei, this would leave room for one of the storylines from A Feast for Crows in which House Martell considers an attempt to put Myrcella Baratheon on the Iron Throne with her betrothed Trystane Martell either as consort or as king in place of Myrcella brother Tommen Baratheon. Thanks for watching, please don't forget to like this video and drop comments. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.